you, I have said it because I was the campaign manager for the winning part of the campaign.
Right.
And the idea that we would have to look any further than Hillary Clinton to beat Hillary Clinton itself is a fantasy. I didn't need to talk to anybody in Moscow. I was talking to people in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, and in Macomb County, Michigan. There's no reason to have gone anywhere outside of Hillary Clinton and how unattractive her policies were, how lacking in the vision and connective tissue with the forgotten man, forgotten woman she was. We beat her fairly and squarely in this country through this democratic elected process. But look, so many people still can't get over the election result that your network
says
my friend
again
who can't
keep Hillary Clinton's name out of her mouth.
Hold on, you can't. Excuse me. I'll make you a deal, Chris. I'll never talk about her again. But then you can't talk about the 2016 election because she lost that election, and the only reason we're still talking about it.
I haven't mentioned the election outcome once.
No,
and I never do.
I'm sorry.
Because
hold on.
Russian interference matters.
No, what is?
And it doesn't delegitimize the president's victory. You guys are frozen in that moment. That's why you bring up Hillary Clinton. That's why you're having her investigated.
We don't care about her. Nobody here talks about her. Hey, Chris, nobody here talks about Hillary Clinton, I promise you.
You just brought her up.
You do. No, you're talking about the 2016
hold on a second.
election.
Kellyanne, no shouting contest
here. You're talking about the
friends.
2016 election. Don't tell us that we're talking about it. We won the election. We're going to win the next one.
You just said we didn't have to look anywhere past Hillary Clinton to win. Is we inclusive of Don Jr., Jared Kushner, and Paul Manafort, who went to a meeting with a Russian lawyer who was promising dirt on Hillary Clinton?
And what came to that meeting? Absolutely nothing.
That's not the point. The point is why you went, not what came out of it. Come on.
Hey, Chris,
Come on,
the point
Kellyanne,
is you can't get over the election. No. So we're going to talk about Russia. And
no,
yesterday,
I'm
sorry. You know what you don't want to talk about?
It becomes a problem.
Chris, maybe I'm not a good interview subject for you.
No, hold on a second.
You want to talk about fentanyl, Kellyanne, which is killing tens of thousands of Americans?
I'm the one who did the documentary on it. I'm the one who went to those firefighters who are still waiting for help from you guys.
Thank you for bringing attention to it.
The Manchester Fire Department, they're still waiting for money from you guys. It still hasn't come.
Chris, that's not true. Don't talk about that.
Is it untrue?
The chief of that. We had the chief of the Manchester Fire Department here at the White House several times. He's very happy.
Have you given funding to New Hampshire to fight opioids since you got in there? No.
You realize that yes, we have. What are you talking about?
How so?
Every
what
state
money has
got
been
money
apportioned?
through the
That's what
SAMHSA
Sherrod
grants.
Brown was saying at the meeting today. This is a good move. Stop fentanyl as it comes across the border. But you have to give money to communities as well. We'll see what you do on it.
And do you know what the Cures Act is? Do you know what the SAMHSA grants do? Do you have any idea?
I do, but the money has to get on the ground. It has to be put to work. And that's not happening yet the way it needs to be.
It's nice to have an administration who's actually focused on it, focused on interdiction law enforcement, treatment and recovery.
If it results in action.
Prevention and education. There is action. We have the whole reason that the president wants to have a wall, and he will build that wall, is in part to stop the flow of illegal immigrations, but in large part also to stop the flow of illicit drugs.
You know how drugs get into this country?
It's killing many ways. Through the southern border, through the U.S. Postal Service, many different ways drugs come into this country.
Do you know how the majority of it gets into this country?
Educate me, please.
Well, you know the answer. You know that the wall, which we don't even know, that's another topic for tonight. I don't even know what you mean when you say a wall anymore. The president said two very different things. But no, hold on.
No, he didn't.
No, because I don't want to run away from this, because this is an important point. Putting up a wall isn't going to stop illegal drugs coming into this country, and you know that. They come by air, and they come in tunnels. I've been in them. I've been in those tunnels.
They come all different ways.
Very
are you saying,
I'm
sorry, Christopher, are you telling the viewers that no drugs come through the southern border? Did you
I'm
just
saying
say
the
that?
idea that a wall is going to be the difference.
Be an apple, don't be a banana.
The wall is going to be a difference is a joke. Saying that a wall will keep fentanyl out of this country, which the president said today, is a joke. Because it comes by cargo ship and cargo plane.
He said
this
that
is
it comes
high-grade
through the US Postal
pharmaceuticals,
Service.
not something strapped on someone's back that one of your
fentanyl
friends
is a synthetic
said
opioid.
Someone walking them across with cantaloupe calves. It's not true. It's a fiction.
Well, hold on,
not
Chris.
A fact.
The fact is that do you know what percentage of? You don't think any heroin comes through the southern border?
I said
you don't think any drugs come through?
Make a real difference.
Okay.
Putting up a wall.
You know who you should tell
Why
that to?
did he bring it up today? He muddied the water of an otherwise good and positive event.
Muddied the water, of course. Chris, listen. He's going to build the wall, and the wall will help to stop the flow of illicit drugs coming over our borders. You know how we know that? Because he and our Secretary of Homeland Security, Kirstjen Nielsen, and her predecessor, our now Chief of Staff, John Kelly, have asked the people whose job it is to be at the border what they need, what they think, and they have told them what they need. And part of what they need is better security, tighter security. They need the ability, when somebody crosses the border illegally, they need the ability to remove that person, not have a 10 or 12-year wait period for the disposition of that individual who's now in the interior of the country. This president wants to put up a wall, and you and others want to put up a slip and slide. Just let everybody in. Is that really, do you think that should be the policy of a sovereign nation that has borders?
And you had the president walk into that meeting and say, look, the wall can mean different things in different places. I'm open. I'll agree to whatever you guys come up with.
You realize
that's
that part
not
of
what
this is
he
mountainous.
Promised.
Some of it is rivers.
No, not do I realize.
There's a
do
physical
you realize
wall, there's technology,
when the president was promising it's going to be a big new wall all the way across, I'll build it in a year, people said exactly what you're saying now. And he shook his head in defiance and said, no, not me. That's these other guys. They're saying they're going to compromise. Not me. Big brand new wall. That's what he said. It's not a metaphor. It doesn't mean a fence. It doesn't mean censors.
It's not a metaphor. It's a physical structure. And you know it.
He changed in the meeting. Republicans say it.
With the people.
Democrats say it.
Now, you know what's changed? You know what's changed? That he has said that in order to do a deal on DACA, it includes the wall, it includes an end to chain migration, it includes an end to the visa lottery system. And what bothers a lot of folks out there, it sounds like including you, is that you're going to get your main tool against him out of the way if he surprises you and actually does a deal on DACA. He promised transparency and accountability. Even people at CNN, other places have said they've never witnessed anything like that yesterday.
Letters?
Your colleague Wolf Blitzer said yesterday that he really appreciated the transparency. I hope you do too, as somebody.
Yeah, I did too, because it gave you an opportunity to see where the Democrats are and their rigidity, the Republicans and their rigidity, and a president who agreed with the Democrats and then agreed with the Republicans and then said he'll sign whatever they bring to him. That's what I saw.
We're not rigid.
Well,
the president has said
rigid.
all along
That's true.
What has happened. Well, you just said the president has said all along that he is going to tackle immigration in a way that nobody else has. It helped him get elected. That includes now
what helped him get elected was
wall,
being a hardliner on it, not saying he wanted a bill of love. That's why people question his intentions.
Ending the visa system. No. I think people are just nervous that he's actually going to continue to get things done. You know, Christopher,
why would
he is
they be
trying
nervous
to unify.
about that? Hold on, Kellyanne. I wanted to wait. That's the right word.
Everything's a political issue.
That's the right word. Unify. I want to talk to you about that. Let me pay some bills and take a break. When we come back.